thank you so much for watching our demo video today. I wanted to quickly reach out to you and introduce myself and provide you a more hands-on demonstration of the application. So if you're interested to learn more, you'd like to see Act on It in action, then please do stick around. My name is James. I'm the founder of Overlay Apps, and we created Act on It as a way of getting Salesforce to do more of the heavy lifting for our users. So to bring that to life for you, I want to quickly show you how we can build a very simple use case. And the use case is to notify our lead queue members if there's a lead that's sat in the queue for too long. Quite a simple use case. Before I start that though, I want to quickly draw attention to the blueprint library here. So if you need some inspiration on possible use cases, here you can go and choose from a growing list, a catalog of automations that come out of the box. But we're going to see how easy it is to build from scratch. So I'm going to go and I'm going to create a new automation here. I'm going to skip the detail here. There's lots of different types of notifications we could build, but I'm going to build a time-based notification because it's our lead being in the queue for too long. I'm going to give it a quick name saying lead stuck in queue. Not overly professional there, but hopefully that makes sense. Which type of records are we interested in tracking today? Act on It has the ability to track anything in Salesforce. So from tasks, leads, opportunities, contracts, chatter feeds, diaries, pipelines, even your custom applications. So anything can be built in here to expand, and so Act on It can proactively supervise that for you. But for this use case, I'm going to focus on the leads data type, and we'll click next to go to the next step. I'm then asked who would we like to notify. So who do you want to target with our notification? Well, if I click add or remove, I can choose any individual in my organization, like Mira or Molly. I can choose members of a particular queue, or of assigned a certain role, like the CFO, sales director, or public groups. I haven't got any here in this org, but any random kind of collection of groups based on your business definitions. More often than not, though, you'll want to notify someone directly linked to the record. So for leads, it's most likely going to be the owner of the lead, which in our case is going to be sat in a queue. So if I click owner and say if it's in the queue, include the queue members for that, and I'm going to quickly remove the others, and we'll then proceed to the next step. Okay, now it's about identifying or instructing Act on It on which type of records to focus in on. Is it leads of a certain type from a certain source of a certain priority or rating? Anything, if you were to build a Salesforce report, what is the criteria that you would use to filter down into something that is relevant to you and that you want Act on It to keep an eye on? That's essentially what we're doing here. So I'm going to say status is set to open contacted, and the owner is a queue owner, which is going to be the international sales queues. I'll choose multiple there. Okay, and I don't want to notify of every single one. I want to only notify of the leads that have been in there for over an hour, which is to say where the last modified date is less than 1 hour ago. Again, this is just an example. You can focus on anything in Salesforce based on any criteria that you define. So we'll add that. That looks good to me, and we'll continue from there. Oh, I disappeared from screen there. All right, let's move back here. Okay. On the next step, because this is a time-based notification or automation rather, we're asked how frequently do we want Act on It to check and notify our teams of these leads? Is it once a day? Is it select days of the week, select days of the month? We want to keep our finger on the pulse of this. It's really important that we get back to our leads quickly. So I'm going to say multiple times a day. In fact, I'm going to say every hour, check to see if there's anything all day long and notify our users. But I am going to set it to be only Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, so weekdays basically. I'll move to the final step, which is my favorite step, where I've got one pre-configured here, which is we choose what we're going to send. So Act on It has some advanced notification capabilities that kind of fill a lot of gaps in the Salesforce platform. In fact, I think there's over 50 ideas on the Salesforce Ideas Exchange for what Act on It can solve. And if we go to edit here, hopefully we'll see some of that customizability here. So we can see that I can control the messaging, the core messaging, which we can see here. I can expand with additional details. We've got the ability to add hover text that can be previewed to provide a bit of context and direction to users as to why they received this notification. Can be really helpful. If we go to the next screen, we can start to design the look and feel of this message, because it has to be recognizable and relevant for your users, especially when they see a list of different types of notifications in their inbox. On the next step, we choose the settings. So what can the user do with this? Can they close it down? Can they snooze this message? Which records can they preview? And which fields, record details can they preview via this hover, which is really helpful if you've got a list of notifications. You don't want to have to click through to each record to find out what the live state of the record is. And then we've got this manage preference action here. So by clicking this, you're enabling it right here, this message action rather, sorry. And what that does is that allows the user to choose how they're notified. And I'll come back to that in a second, but basically it flips it on its head and allows for personalized usage. So a user could say, I want an email notification, but I don't want a mobile push notification, and I don't want it to pop up, and really kind of hone that into their own preferences, which is something that is quite difficult to do in Salesforce. So next step is around actions. Some of the most important notifications will be about driving action, hence the title Act on It for the app. And so if we're going to encourage action, let's enable action with a few clicks. So here we can choose from a catalog of pre-configured reusable actions that have been built by our administrator. Act on It comes with a host of these out of the box. And these are for things like editing records, sending emails, calling customers by click to dial, logging activities, even triggering your custom workflows as well, for endless possibilities there. So it's about a launch pad into taking certain actions. We can see all of these examples here. The final step is how this will be delivered. So Act on It has a unique notification console, which you can see here briefly. Do we want it to pop up? Do we want to fire a toast message? Maybe if this is really critical, you want to grab that attention. Do we want to fire some confetti to draw their attention as well? If we're not going to be in Salesforce, if our users aren't in Salesforce all the time, do they want to receive a mobile push notification via the Salesforce mobile app? Do they want to get an email notification? All of these are enabled at a click of a button, and you can have any combination of these as well. So you can really adjust it to fit the use case. So I'm going to save that, and then I'm going to fire a test message so you can see that in action. I'll move this over here. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So we've just seen that our new message arrive with all of our settings there. Maybe you wouldn't recommend doing too much confetti. It might be a bit irritating. But you get the idea. And the very, very final step then is to just verify and validate what we've just configured. And it kind of plays it back for you so you make sure you don't make any mistakes, essentially. So is this correct? On weekdays, Act on It will search for leads every hour, and it'll be searching for leads that meet our defined criteria here. If it finds any lead, it will send this message to the owner of the lead. That looks good to me, so I'm going to save that. And that's it. Act on It is now supervising our lead queues for us. It took 2 or 3 minutes to configure, and the second it detects something, it's going to fire that message, as we can see here. Now, unfortunately, this isn't tied to a record, which is why we haven't got the actions here, but just to show you some other examples. If I quickly fire one more, just for completeness. Sorry, this is a really good, helpful utility, by the way. If you want to test with a particular message, you can use that here. And now I've tied it to a particular record. We can see all of the actions here. So I can create a new task without going anywhere, without having to leave the console. I can edit the lead. I can take ownership with the click of a button. That's it, done. I'm now the owner. If I click through to that, we can see that I'm the owner. And there we are. I can see I'm the owner here. Now, the thing about this inbox is that it's filterable, it's manageable, it's consolidated, and this can be added to any Lightning console that you have. So Sales Console, Service Console, your custom applications as well. And it's already pre-filtered into predefined categories as defined by your business. You can filter by type as well, so you can quickly jump to and cut through the noise and hone in on exactly what you need to. But when you are faced with a growing list of these notifications, again, having that ability to preview the underlying record details and then take quick, decisive action with a few clicks can be really helpful for your users. So it's a bit of a launch pad into taking action. Now, there's lots more to this function, this application. We can already see a little peep here of this guidance console on the record page, but I don't want to go overkill here. I just want to give you a little light introduction to the app. But if you'd like to learn more, if you'd like a more tailored demo, if you have any questions for us, please do reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach us at info@overlayapps.com. Or if you click through to this demo from an email, just simply reply to the email and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to hear from you soon.